Hi, I'm Brian. Kettle's on, make yourself a cup of tea. So it's been about a month since the Snyder Cut of Justice League was released, and fans have campaigned for this for almost 4 years with the hashtag Release the Snyder Cut campaign. But was it worth it? Was it better than the 2017 Whedon Cut? Did I enjoy sitting through this film for 4 hours? Well, like a topless Jason Momoa looking into the ocean, let's dive in. So with a 4-hour runtime, the Snyder Cut had plenty of footage not seen in the Whedon Cut. And thankfully, some of the footage from the Whedon Cut never made it into the Snyder Cut, like the Russian family that served no impact in the story, and there was no sign at all of Henry Cavill's CGI moustache removal. I went to see Justice League in the cinema in 2017, and at the time I thought it was clearly two different films stitched together to make a very incoherent movie. That didn't really work. I enjoyed Batman vs Superman, especially the extended edition, which gave more of the plot details and made it a much better film. The Snyder Cut of Justice League does that and so much more. Yes, it has a long run time of 4 hours. The last film I watched with a 4-hour run time was Return of the King. But despite its long run time, it didn't feel like it. The first hour or so was slow, but after that, the film went by at a good pace. If you don't have a spare 4 hours to watch the film, it is broken down into parts, so you can watch it like a series. The main difference I noticed with the Snyder Cut is there's much more of a plot. Yes, it's basically the same plot. Steppenwolf comes looking for the mother boxes to conquer Earth for Darkseid. But unlike the 2017 Justice League, this time the plot holds together. The film flows much easier and you understand what's happening and why, rather than getting the feeling that things are happening just because the film needs them to, without piecing it together in a coherent narrative. In the 2017 cut, a lot of the things happened off screen and you weren't really sure what had happened or how it had happened. The Snyder Cut makes sure that the plot flows in a much more coherent way and you can follow what's happening on screen and understand why it's happening. The most major change there is there's much more character development this time. Each of the Justice League members gets some development. The two most notable are Barry Allen, played by Ezra Miller, and Victor Stone, played by Ray Fisher. The Flash still uses light comic relief, but not to the extent as it was in the 2017 version. The character isn't as annoying this time. The person that benefits the most is Ray Fisher's Cyborg. He gets a real heartfelt story arc from delving into his past to his strained relationship to his father. When Zack Snyder said that Cyborg was the heart of the story, he wasn't joking. Victor Stone really is the heart of the League. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't had 4 hours to watch the film yet. If you haven't seen the film, then I would stop watching now and try and spare 4 hours. Go watch it, come back. And one of my favourite parts of the film was towards the end, in the climactic battle with Steppenwolf, when the Justice League actually lose a battle and Earth is being claimed for Darkseid. Not many films depict heroes as losing. Marvel did it with Infinity War, with a much longer lasting effects. But seeing the Justice League lose to Steppenwolf was unexpected, and I enjoyed seeing it. Yes, it was undone quickly, but it was nice to see. And the way it was undone didn't come out of the blue, it was set up earlier in the film. The Snyder Cut of Justice League is a very different film to the version we got in 2017. Rather than being a Frankenstein monster of a film, made from two clearly different versions, Snyder's original shoots and Whedon's reshoots, two completely different directorial styles that are not compatible in any way, but forced together by a studio that was desperately trying to catch up with the Marvel MCU. If the Snyder Cut had been released in 2017, would it have made a difference at Warner Bros. And the direction of the DC Extended Universe? I personally don't think it would have. I think Warner Bros. Would still have wanted to change directions to be more like the MCU, but after years of being told it didn't exist, fans finally got to see the Snyder Cut with a better, more cohesive plot, better character development, and a setup for future films that Zack Snyder had plans for. Not just the Justice League Part 2, but the solo films as well. But was it worth it? Is it worth 4 hours of your time? I would say yes. If you saw the Whedon version and disliked it, I think this more than makes up for it. If you saw the Whedon version and did like it, I think this will add to the experience. If you're a Zack Snyder fan, you'll like this version. If you're not a Zack Snyder fan, this won't change your mind. It has all the Zack Snyder tropes, with an added strange part where a woman sings when Jason Momoa leaves the village and she sniffs his jumper for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it's there. Along with a lot of slow motion shots, which Zack Snyder likes to use. Overall, it's a very good film. It's the best film that the DC Extended Universe has to offer. I don't think it will restore the Snyderverse, but I can hope it will. The Snyder Cut of Justice League is a very good movie. I would highly recommend it to anyone, provided they can spare the 4 hours to watch it. That's all from me. I'm off to make a fresh cup of tea.